We're going to be removing some rust today. Got a bunch of old auction tools all rusted up, and we're going to see if we can clean them up with about 10 gallons of water and some washing soda and a battery charger. Do a little electrolysis. I'm going to see if I can get it set up, and we'll see if we can clean some tools. I'll be back. Well, I found this old piece of tin can. This is going to be my donor metal. So when I put this in there, it's going to be connected to my positive lead of my battery charger, and all the rust is going to migrate from my tools to this piece of metal. We'll get it set up and show you how it's going to work. I've got my donor metal in there. I've just got it hooked up by copper wire, coming around my tub and coming over here, and that's where my positive connection of my battery charger is going to go. I'm going to use this board to hang all my little tools that I want to get cleaned up. So we'll start figuring out how to wire them up and see if we can get this going. First thing I'm going to put in there, I got a little valve compressor tool here that I got pretty much a box of junk, and it's all rusted up. And I'm using copper just because I had it. I think you can use anything. You don't have to have copper wire. You can probably use coat hanger or anything that conducts electricity. But I've got my first lead coming off of here, and I'm going to measure it down to get this compressor puller or whatever it is under the water. And that'll be the first thing we hook up. I'll get a few more items on there and we'll see what it looks like all hanging in the water. We'll be back. These are some of the next items. Some specialty pliers and brake tools and a little puller that's all rusted up. Some of these won't even move. So we'll see if the old electrolysis can help them. But I wanted to get a shot before and after. Pretty rusty. Let's see what they look like. See how it does with these stripping tools. I've been using these tools this morning. This was a little auction item. See how good it cleans them up. I've got most of my other items hanging in there. They're all just below the water line. And they all come up here to this main lead where they all connect. And I'm going to connect my negative down there on this part of it. Of course, over there's my piece of metal that's going to get wasted in the process. It's going to hopefully collect all the rust on it. And we'll get her hooked up here in a minute. Rusty wrench in there. It's pretty bad. I don't expect it to come back new, but we'll see if it takes the rust off of it too. Alright, they say that to make this process work, you gotta have this super washing soda by Arm & Hammer. And it makes your water conductive and allows electricity to flow through and do its work. They say to use 1 tablespoon per gallon, and I think this is a 16-gallon tote. And I think I may have about 10 gallons in there, so I'm going to put 10 tablespoons. I'm going to guess. But without this, it will not work. And I doubt if you put too much, it'll matter. And it's cheap, about $4 a box. I would say that's more than enough. You can see it all coating on the bottom down there. And I'll probably try to stir it up, get it all dissolved, and then we'll be back and we'll plug it in and see what happens. Alright, we're back. We've got our battery charger all hooked up, powered up, ready to go. Got all of our parts down in there, if you can see them. And our plate that's going to take all the rust to it. And we've got everything hooked up. Battery charger's on. So you want to hook up your negative lead to the parts you're wanting to clean. And you want to hook up your positive lead to your donor metal. So we're going to hook it up. See if we can get it on there. And we'll wait 5 minutes and they'll all be clean. Just joking. It'll probably take a day. We'll check back in an hour. I already see a bubble coming from somewhere. We'll do a little update in about an hour. And if everything's hooked up right, we should see some activity. Alright, check on you later. Well, this is about 30 minutes. I've got to leave and go do something, so I may not get to do the 1 hour update, but it's already clouded up and some kind of green goo. And if you look really close, you can see it, everything's moving. So I think the electrolysis is working and everything's bubbling. See the bubbles coming up. And our donor, our nice shiny piece of donor metal, ugh. Yeah, it's working. You can see the rust that's accumulating already on that piece of metal, and all that green goop just rolled off of it when I picked it up. So it's doing its job. I don't know if the other row of tools is getting what it needs, but if we have to, we'll move this one over to the other side. But yeah, it's definitely doing something. You can't hardly see the tools no more. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, they're already getting shiny. Alright, we'll leave it be and we'll check on it when I get back. About 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, and it's really made a mess of looking stuff in here. Let's take a look at what it looks like. That thing looks brand new. I don't see a bit of rust on it. Too bad that's not the right one. Just a little joke. There's the one, I just pulled it out. But actually it did a pretty good job. The part where the chrome is at is missing. But it just turned it black and the rust looks like it's gone. Not too bad. I'm probably just going to leave them in there overnight. It won't hurt them. Let's see what this next one looks like. Wow. Pretty good. Just a little rubbing on it probably. That thing, it's all black. I can't tell. The thing was in such rough shape, but I could see it down the middle in a lot of places. We'll leave it in there. Yeah, well, that thing's shining up. I don't know if the handle may not have a connection or something. Looks a lot better. Let's take a look and see what our donor metal looks like. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, that was shiny as can be when we first started, and all that rust just went straight to it. I wonder if it matters if you put a new piece of donor metal in there Will it keep working, or will it keep working with that one? We shall see. But it sure turned the water rusty looking. It's pretty good. Let's see what. That part wasn't chrome to begin with, but I see metal shining through there. Well, it's the next day. It's been close to 24 hours, and that's what our little mess looks like. We'll pull something out of here and see what it looks like. See if any major changes. Not too bad. Looks about the same. That one may have been about done yesterday. I guess once the process removes all the rust or changes the rust into whatever, I can't remember what it's called, but I may post it on the video when I'm editing. I think I'm gonna get all these out and give them a wipe down this morning, and we'll compare them to what they looked like before and after. But I think I'm gonna call that good. I think I did mess up by using copper. They tell you not to use copper leads. I don't think it creates anything toxic or anything, but I know they say definitely don't use stainless steel in here. But they say the copper's a no-no too, so I guess I'll know for next time. Give me a little bit and I'll get everything pulled out and we'll give it a look at it. There they are, all cleaned up. And they're working pretty good. Actually, all of them, not all of them was froze up, but the ones that were froze up are pretty much unfroze. These was working before. Part of that's aluminum, so it worked pretty good. Yeah, that's unfroze. Actually, these nuts, you know, everything got loose. There's our old cheap 14 millimeter, but you can actually read it again. This is still in rough shape, but you can actually read on it. These actually work now. I've scraped these down just with a wire brush enough to get some of the leftovers off of it, and then put a little bit of PB Blaster on them to keep them rusting again. But I think it did pretty good. What do you think? Everything's usable again. These are stiff, but I think they're made to be stiff. They still work. Let me know. I know that I wasn't supposed to use copper. Besides that, if you see anything I did wrong, let me know about it. If you see something you didn't like, let me know about it. And we'll catch you later. Bye.